All right, guys, so this is going to be a quick breakdown of NASDAQ and what we're going to expect for the week. This one's a little bit late, but nonetheless, let's talk about it. So, I'm looking at NASDAQ here. We're really trading into this weekly loop zone here. My expectation is that we keep on moving price higher. There's some equal highs up here that I expect to eventually make our way up there. At this point, I don't want to see it lose ground below this down close candle here on the weekly chart. Okay. Now, again, we should just bounce around these two weekly lows on highs and lows. So watch how price interacts with this level for this week. Again, ideally, we shouldn't trade outside this range. If we do, then I'll consider the midpoint of this down close candle here. So on the daily chart, here, you kind of see. And one thing I want you guys to notice that these orange lines are just dividing our weekly dividers. So this is a price action that happened last week, previous week, and the previous week before that. So really just been consolidating throughout the month of May. I'm going to start from May 19th to now. It's a little consolidation, yet slightly going higher. So my expectation is that price, again, just stays within this previous week's range. It can draw a little bit lower, but it makes it higher. So again, targets all the way up here at the 22,500 level. Let's go deeper into the forward chart. In the forward chart, again, you can see price now within this candle's low, right? Last previous week's low. So it's high. There's a range we're trading into. So ideally, maybe we get a retracement of 50%, right? Which will put us right near these lows here. So I have these lows in cross here. It doesn't have to hit it, but I'm just really watching that at the same time. But just keep in mind, my whole thought process is that last week we had all this price action here, and we're still bullish on high time frame. At most, going into this week, I want to see the price just pull back into this range a little bit and make its way higher. Now, one thing you should keep in mind is this fair value gap right here, or this loop zone right here on the 4-hour chart. So this could be a catalyst right here. When price drops in there, we could actually see price go higher. So I'm actually going to draw this out right now as we speak. So this would be an interesting level to be watching for price action to draw into and make its way higher. Okay. So that's on the 4-hour chart. Go ahead and tuck this away into our 4-hour drawings right here. So again, we're going to be watching this level, and it's around the 21,500 level, which is a nice psychological number. If price drops there, we can then expect higher prices. So overall, we're still bullish, just watching these levels to see if price wants to gravitate a little bit lower into this previous week's range, and it makes it higher. Okay, so really watch this level here. I'm going to set alert, and also coincides right with a previous weekly high. So if you look over here, right, about 3 weeks ago, we had this high right here. Draw that out in time. It coincides with that level. So I'm really watching to see how price interacts when it drops there. 1-hour chart. Then one thing just also be aware of here is look at this 1-hour loop zone that's been holding up price. Every time price dips into it, it goes higher. Dips into it, goes higher. Right? Trades below it here. It eventually goes back above it, goes higher. So I'm also watching that here. So let's just say we have an extreme price gets down here. And then price has an extreme wick lower, right? We can anticipate, let's just say we're 10 minutes into 1-hour candle. And it's all the way down here. We can anticipate see price will find its way higher back into this 1-hour fair value gap or 1-hour loop zone and then go higher. So I'm really also watching this level here. But I think the main key level to watch for, even if we trade below here, is this 4-hour level here. So if price drives there, it could even take on this low, but we want to see how price eventually finds its way higher. Keep it very simple. We're expecting to run lower first and then push price back higher. Minute chart. And we also have these smooth, like liquidity right here, and the price can easily drive to. And once it drives there again, how much momentum does it have? Does it have enough momentum to eventually go all the way here? Or is it just going to make its way below these lows and call it a day, right? And then start it first. So I like these highs again. I can't stress that enough. I am expecting higher prices. Keep in mind, first thing we actually want to check, right, is forexfactor.com. So the front end of this week is actually a little bit light on news. So since it's light on news, we can expect Monday and Tuesday to be a little bit lackadaisical, or perhaps just drive a little bit, price a little bit lower. But essentially, what you should expect is Monday, Tuesday, just be a little bit lackadaisical. Then on the back end of the week, right? Looking at this right here. See, Monday, there's no high impact news. Tuesday, no high impact news. We really start getting that high impact news or red photos on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you see more price action come into place Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Keep in mind we have CPI on Wednesday as well. So again, the back end of the week should be more fruitful. Monday, Tuesday might be a little bit less volatile. But expectation is if we drop all the way lower first and we get into these high impact news Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we can expect the rest of the week to then make its way higher. So that's how we're using the economic calendar to frame what we can expect in price. Okay. So very, very simple, straightforward. I think similar things are really taking place on the S&P, which is the other asset I like to trade. And I'm also watching again right here on S&P. I'm watching this 15-minute loot zone here. If price makes its way lower there, how does that react to take price back higher? Okay, so we're bullish on indices. 4-hour chart again. If you want to take a notch deeper, we can even draw this out here as 2 on the S&P. So we're going to be watching this level here, and then on the 15-minute chart, again, watch this level here as well to see how price wants to interact. Pay out for pay close attention to SMTs, meaning let's just say NASDAQ was running lows here and S&P 500 is not. That's a high indication we're going to make our way higher. So to me, it's clear we want to go higher. It's just about the timing, and we want to see price drop a little lower. So again, this is straightforward. We'll see what happens here, but let's watch how price eventually makes its way higher. That's my expectations. I don't see price flipping to sells. Only way that really takes place in my mind is if we go all the way below here, which is below all of this June, below all of June's price action, right? Even on NASDAQ, this is where June's price action started. So the only way I flip to bearish is really to make our way all the way below this little 1 hour loot zone here. As long as we're above this, or above within this weekly range here, liquidity zone high, loot zone high and low, we can expect prices to eventually make its way higher. So let's watch that. And then one thing I'll just point out is if we do get a close on a 1 hour chart, right below this 1 hour loot zone here, right? If we get a close there, then maybe we can see a nice run to these lows, but that'll be it. And I'll be now watching 4-hour candle to see how it formulates and closes within this range and eventually makes its way higher. Okay. So we're gonna keep track of this. I'll talk to you guys again mid-week to kind of keep getting an update on where we are with price. Very simple, straightforward, straight to the point. No gimmicks, no games. Bag snatchers out.